All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I have very bad news to report today. Well, I mean, bad if you actually care about Vitaly. But, you know, I mean, he used to make funny content, although it was scripted back in the day. He was one of the YouTube OGs. And sorry to say, but according to today's report and update, we have updated before and after photos of Vitaly after he's been in jail for only 2.5 months. As we can see here on the left, Vitaly, before he went in, he was looking plump. He was looking kind of built, kind of brolic. You know, he wasn't looking scared. He was like, I'll be out soon. But as soon as he went in 2.5 months later, bro, and he actually got to feel and experience what it is to be in a Filipino prison, I'm pretty sure his tune has changed. You can see his facial expressions has changed. He doesn't look as nonchalant as before. He's lost a ton of weight and muscle. He's looking less plump, more skinny, and it genuinely looks like he started taking some type of hardcore drug. Because this type of physique, after only 2.5 months, is only achievable through hardcore drugs or just severe malnourishment. And to be honest, my theory is that they're just not feeding him enough, along with, you know, him not being able to access his protocols, his PEDs, his performance enhancement drugs, the steroids, the anabolic concoctions, the Trembolone sandwiches. For my gym rats out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But genuinely speaking, man, all jokes aside, the soul looks like it's been sucked out of his body. He kind of looks drained. He looks tired. And honestly, this is what should have happened to Johnny Somali. Now, if you guys don't know why he's in prison, it's because he FAFO'd. He fucked around and found out in the Philippines that you can't go ahead and do what Johnny Somali did in Japan, Korea, Israel, and get away with it in the Philippines. Like, I don't know what kind of spirit is protecting Johnny Somali after all this time, but all Vitaly did was a couple of weeks of trolling in a developing country such as the Philippines, and the Philippines said, hell no, we are not accepting this type of behavior. But honestly, since I don't want to keep yapping, I want to show you guys a video from Cavos' channel. Shout out to him. Vitaly apparently committing various crimes and trolling the Filipino people in just the most atrocious ways possible, even police officers.
I think it will be a significant amount of time.
Vitaly, of course, in the Philippines was causing havoc, breaking multiple laws.
I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine.
You see, just off of that, I can see how he's in prison right now. Like, why would you walk up to a random old lady in the Philippines? You don't even live there. You're not even a citizen. By the way, when you commit crimes in other countries like the Philippines and you're not a citizen or a resident and you're not like genetically Philippine, they literally will throw the book at you, bro. They don't like when foreigners come over there and act like they run shit. And in this instance, this asshole Vitaly literally walked up to an old lady, said, if you don't stop walking, I'm going to rob you or something like that. And then on some spurred out schizo shit, and the next moment says, do you want some money? I'm gonna give you some money. She said no, because she's clearly heading somewhere, and he just like begins to speed walk away. I don't understand how this is entertaining at all.
I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be nicer. You. No, yeah.
Assaulting a police officer. Do you know how down bad for content you have to be to IRL stream yourself assaulting a police officer for views? Good guy.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
Yes? No? What are you gonna do? Hello. Hello.
So honestly, after everything I just saw, I really don't feel bad for Vitaly at all. I mean, he's been assaulting multiple people, breaking multiple laws, having no regard or respect for police officers, or walking up to old ladies and telling them that he's gonna rob them. Like, I think at a certain point, and arguably, I know a lot of people are probably gonna debate me about this, but he's probably worse based off of things I've seen than Johnny Somali. Maybe it's a toss up because Johnny Somali's been to more countries, he's caused more havoc, he's been more viral, so a lot more people have been hurt. But just based off of the antics that Vitaly has done in this one country alone, it's mind-boggling to say the least.
No. Turn it on.
No.
Turn it on.
No.
Turn it on.
No.
This is GTA. Question for you.
This is GTA MFer. Wow, he's casually gripping the fuck out of this man's balls, or what it looks to be like grabbing his balls. I don't know. I'm just saying that censored out part in the video is crazy. It makes this scene look crazy.
Question for you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
Yo, who donates to this type of content? I just genuinely want to know. Sorry, it's just, why? Did he really just try to do the speed thing with the barking at people? Honestly, it's funny when a 19-year-old I Show Speed who's slightly autistic is doing it, right? Haha, he's funny, he's a kid, whatever. But when a guy who's literally pushing 40, I don't know, how old is Never mind. He's not pushing 40. He's still in his early 30s. He just looks like shit from, I suppose, all the drugs. But when a guy's in his 30s doing this type of behavior, it doesn't fly. It looks really... I'm sorry, I can't say that word on YouTube anymore. It looks really dumb. And the funny thing is, Vitaly is Russian, by the way. If you guys didn't know, Guy is Russian. He comes from Russia. Now, if Vitaly were to go back home to his homeland of Mother Russia, you know, to Moscow, right? In Putin's land, would he be doing the same antics? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen documentaries of people and YouTubers documenting what's going on in Russia, you know, going to the border of Ukraine and Russia during the war and being arrested, unjustifiably so, locked up by corrupt politicians and law enforcement, you know that Russia's the type of country to not fuck around in. And I'm pretty sure Vitaly knows that as well. And he knows how to behave since he's from that culture. So given that specific information about his culture and his country and his people and the leader, but Russians just typically don't play around. We've seen the videos. They're very stark, cold, and powerful people. If he wouldn't do it in his own home country, in his own land, with his own people, because he knows he would be punched down immediately, jumped, and sent to prison, possibly even killed, why would he then decide to go do it in another country such as the Philippines, full of people who are generally nice, of which I suppose he perceives as a weaker group of people? He certainly wouldn't do it in Russia. Why do it in the Philippines? The only answer is because he's a bully. He wants to bully a weaker perceived people or culture or a nicer group of people who won't retaliate. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He FAFO'd. He effed around, found out, and now it looks like this dude's been on Ozempic for the last 2 months. And based off of the comments I'm seeing on this post, not a goddamn soul cares, bro. Nobody cares. But ladies and gentlemen, do let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about the situation? Also, be sure to follow my Twitch channel. All links are down below and in the pinned comment section. And until next time, everybody, stay safe out there.